Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. I am Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing, and I teach my clients how to heal themselves. And I wanted to talk today about the power of self-healing. Most of the time when people talk about self-healing, they talk about healing their body. Oh yes, I healed my body, I healed myself. But for me, self-healing is more than just about healing our bodies. It's about bringing our self, body, mind, and soul back into alignment. As beings, there are three parts of us. There are the body, the mind, and the soul. Now, most of us live the majority of our life in our mind. Anybody relate to that? Where we are living completely in the mind, trying to figure out our life, trying to work through all the problems, trying to figure out the details. But what happened to the soul? And why is the body doing what it's doing? Well, if we're three parts of one, hey Brenda, thanks for watching. We are one being with three different parts. But when we separate those parts and we start looking at each part as separate from the one, then we fragment ourselves. So body, mind, and soul. Hey, up your vibe tribe. Woohoo! Thanks for watching. So body, mind, and soul, they're three parts of the one, and each part serves its own unique purpose. So the soul, that's the non-physical part. That is the part that is infinite, the part that has no form, no shape, the part that is isness itself, the part of us that is the souled being. It is the part of us that bees. I am, I exist. That's the soul. Pure consciousness, existence aware of itself. The soul is connected to all that is. That's the soul consciousness is part of the consciousness of all that is. Universal wisdom. That's the soul. The mind comes along with the body. The mind is the part that identifies as human. It's the part that is the interface between the physical body and the soul. The mind is here to interpret data. It's here to observe the physical surroundings and to gather the data. And then it's the soul's job to decide what to do with that data. But when we're not paying attention to the soul, when we're living just in the mind is trying to do the soul's job. The mind is trying to gather the data and then figure out what to do with the data. And because figuring out what to do with the data is not the mind's job, the mind has a pretty tough time trying to figure it out sometimes. Have you ever noticed that you kind of go around and around and around with the same problem, back and forth and back and forth, and what do I do? And I think it's getting better. No, I think it's getting worse. Anybody know that space? So when we are operating only out of our mind and not with the soul, we kind of get in a little pickle boat. Now, the body is following along. The body is following the leader. So the body is designed as an organic, shape-shifting vessel, a vehicle that is its job is to keep us alive. Its job is to let us have as long a physical experience as we can. And that body is designed to directly reflect who we think we are. Am I 5 years old? Am I 50 years old? Am I 100 years old? Am I 200 years old? Ooh, 200 years. Nobody lives that long. Actually, yeah, they have documented cases of people living to 250 years, but we don't hear about that very often. No, we just die at 80 because we think we're supposed to. So the body reflects who we think we are. You know, we think we're one way when we're 20. We think we're older when we're 50. Then we think we're getting old and going downhill after 50 or 60. It's like, oh, I'm getting old. Why? It's just a belief. It's an overriding belief pattern. And your body reflects your belief. When we believe that we're not okay, guess what the body reflects? And when we're living in our mind, there's a lot of I'm not okay in the mind, right? Because we're constantly looking at ourselves and looking at everybody else and looking at the big external world and trying to figure out who we are and where we're supposed to fit in and what we're supposed to do. And that's what happens when we're living in the mind. But when we can quiet that mind and we can get that mind out of the way for a little bit, that's when we can connect to the wisdom of the soul. That's when the soul can come in and start doing its job, the thing that it does the best, make decisions and figure and create. The soul, who we are. We are creators. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Lori. Thanks for joining. As the soul, as souled beings, we are creator beings. We have been given the gift of creation. We get to create. We are each creating our own reality in every single moment through our choices. But when we don't realize that we are creating our reality, we feel like we are the victim of reality. We feel like we've gotten reality all over us and we don't know what to do with it. So we end up being victims of our own creations. And then when our body doesn't feel well and we go, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me. Then we go try to find somebody else to fix us. But you know what? Fixing us is more than fixing the body. You can take your body to any mechanic called a doctor and they can try to fix you up. But nobody else can fix you as a being. A, because there's nothing wrong with you at all, ever, as a being. As a souled being, you can't be not okay. Like, it's impossible for you to be not okay. The soul is totally fine all the time. But it's the mind that goes a little awry, a little askew, going, oh my God, I'm not okay, this isn't good. What do I do? When we stop the motion in the mind and we get out of the way and we start to allow that soul to come through, we start to realign ourselves. And the body can start following the lead of the soul. Whoever's driving the car being the body is following the driver. right? The car isn't just going all over the place by itself. Somebody's driving the car. And when it's the mind running around going, oh my God, I'm not okay. I don't think this is good. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, what do I do? The body is kind of driving around like, hey, the mind is driving the body. So when the body shows up with lumps and bumps and coughs and wheezing and congestion and whatever else shows up in the body, all of those signs are simply the body reacting to the driver. The body is going where the driver is taking it. So are you willing to allow the soul to start driving the car? The soul that has universal wisdom. How would that change things? How would it change things if you always knew what to do? How would it change things if you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that there was nothing wrong with you, that you were A-okay in every moment? What if you could live in your own well-being so fully, so thoroughly that no one else could ever make you second guess yourself or doubt yourself or make you believe that your body was going to be attacked by some invisible enemy? What if you knew so fully your own well-being that you could just simply live an abundant, joyful, happy life in total well-being? Do you know that that is actually possible? And did you know that that is actually how we are designed? That's our blueprint. So Kathy, if you're tagging somebody that's not in our group, I just want to let you know that because this is in our group, only people in the group are seeing this video right now. So if you want to tag somebody, I will put this in my on my YouTube channel after I finish this and get it uploaded. So I'll tag you and then you can share it from my YouTube channel. Just so you know, thank you for tagging people. I like that. I appreciate it. Thank you. So anyway, self-healing, it's not about just healing your body. It's about bringing all the parts of yourself, the body, the mind, and the soul, all three pieces back into one so that you are operating from your divine blueprint. Because you, as a souled being, are designed in divine perfection. There's nothing wrong with you. It's impossible for there to be anything wrong with who you are as a being. And just because stuff shows up in your body does not mean that there's anything wrong with your body. Your body is doing exactly what it is designed to do. And your body is designed to go wherever you lead it. So if you are leading from your mind and you doubt your well-being and you're not sure and you're scared and I don't know what to do, and now what do I do? What's going to happen? Why did they do that to me? There's going to be some wobbles in your body, guaranteed, because that's the design. That's the blueprint. But when you can get that mind to quiet down and you can start operating from your soul, life becomes a completely different deal. Life becomes fun. It becomes enjoyable. You have energy, you have vitality, you know what to do. You can stand in your own truth. And you know when somebody's telling you a lie. You know when somebody's trying to convince you of their own agenda. And you don't follow along just because everybody else in the world is following along with somebody else's agenda. You don't have to follow the agenda. There is a massive dark agenda going on in the world right now, in case you hadn't noticed. But Just because the herd follows along with the agenda, you don't have to follow the herd, and you don't have to follow the agenda, and you don't have to believe stories of I'm not okay, because you can know your well-being. And this is the power of self-healing. When you bring yourself back into alignment, everything heals. Your body heals, your finances heal, your relationships heal, or sometimes the relationship heals by going away. You separate from each other so you can each heal on your own. So this is the time of the shift of consciousness. We are shifting from a state of dis-ease as the human collective into a state of well-being. We are shifting our consciousness from the mind into the soul. And as we do that, everything changes. So when you are ready for everything to change in a great way, when you're ready to bring body, mind, and soul back into alignment so that your body can heal, so that the rest of your life can heal, and you can just live a happy, healthy life the way you want, creating your life the way you want to create it. If you need assistance with that, please reach out to me. This is my wheelhouse. This is what I have learned in the process of healing my own body. I have learned how to bring all the parts and pieces of myself back into alignment. So I am no longer operating just from this rational, linear mind, but from the wisdom of the soul. And it really makes a huge difference in your reality. So if you are ready, please reach out to me. My website is connectingyoutoyou.com, spelled out in full, connectingyoutoyou.com. My Facebook group is called Soul Sourced Healing. If you are watching this and you're not part of the Facebook group and you would like to be, please come on and join. Everybody is welcome to join. It's a private Facebook group and I post in there all the time. So you're welcome to join that. And again, thank you all for joining me today. My name is Lisa Warner, and I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. And when you are ready to heal yourself, bringing you as a being back into alignment, and you need some assistance, please reach out. Until next week, thanks for joining me for Lunch with Lisa. Create for yourselves a great week, and we will see you next week. Same time, same bat channel, Soul Sourced Healing, Facebook. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.